tumultuous land of Shu during the late Ming Dynasty, prepare for warring factions and a mysterious illness spawning monstrous creatures. You play as Bai Wuchang, a skilled pirate warrior struck by amnesia and battling the horrific feathering disease. This affliction grants her immense power, but slowly transforms her into a monstrous creature. Her journey spans diverse and dangerous biomes, from snow-covered temples and ancient villages to twisted jungles and desolate graveyards, each crafted with a distinct lore and haunting detail. This is a world as deadly as it is beautiful. Combat in Wuchang revolves around precision, choice, and skyborne might. You'll have access to 5 weapon types and more than 25 unique weapons, each with its own strengths, animations, and tactical uses. For example, axes offer blocking power, long swords allow for parries, and dual blades emphasize agility. As you gain Red Mercury, the experience system in Wuchang, you'll unlock specific abilities tied to each weapon. You can carry 2 weapons at a time, so always choose a loadout that prepares you for the dangers you foresee. Armor is fully customizable by individual pieces, letting players mix and match sets to balance aesthetics, stamina, and resistances. Always stay mindful of the type of damage enemies deal, so you can equip armor that offers proper protection. For example, if a challenging boss hits you with slash damage, make sure you equip high slash defense. Choosing the right armor is essential, and knowing whether to go light for speed or heavy for defense can decide the outcome of every boss fight. Skyborne Might, the game's unique combat resource gained throughout each fight, is built by executing timed dodges, parries, and attacks. As it fills, you can unleash high-impact magic or execute specialized abilities. Spells are earned by defeating powerful enemies or discovering them throughout the world, rewarding both skill and exploration. As you experiment, you'll discover which weapons, spells, and abilities align best with Skyborne Might. Progression in Wuchang is built around the Impetus Repository, the game's skill tree. As you earn Red Mercury, you'll shape Wuchang's stats, boosting vitality, strength, stamina, and more. Some nodes grant major bonuses like +5 to a single stat, letting you power up quickly towards specific builds. You'll find upgrade-restricted items while exploring, including those needed to improve your healing. Each weapon also unlocks a dedicated skill tree branch of abilities and upgrades as you master it. And best of all, you can fully respec your build throughout the game, letting you switch styles and prepare for new encounters or difficult bosses. Whether you want to focus on pure strength or shift towards magic and parries, the system gives you the freedom to experiment and evolve.
Is this bloodshed really what you wanted? Fate is all set in stone. You can't change how it ends. What will it take to finally?
Now let's kick things off with a message from Xia Suyuan, the game director of Wuchang at Lindsay Games.
感谢全球所有玩家和粉丝们一直以来的支持。多年来，大家的反馈与鼓励帮助我们不断地打磨和完善《明末渊虚之语》。你们的热情、期待和高标准一直推动着我们前进。我们努力为大家打造了一个丰富而沉浸的世界，具有挑战性的战斗体验以及富有深意的故事情节。我们将怀着激动的心和大家一同踏上明末渊虚之语的旅程，并期待着与你们在7月24日一起同行。
Wuchang Fallen Feathers was featured at Summer Game Fest, where it shared the spotlight with some of the biggest titles in gaming. From Jeff Keighley's showcase to packed booths in China and Los Angeles, the response to Wuchang has been phenomenal. Players, media, and creators lined up to go hands-on and walked away excited from their experience. Now that you've seen the excitement, let's take a closer look at the game itself.
till grave. Smithies they are. Scissors they'll make. A tool for us to help us escape.
I should know. It runs in my blood. You never know you are a monster until someone comes to slay you. The first signs are really subtle, but over time, it becomes clear. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity.
Wuchang, Fallen Feathers stands out as a visually stunning and mechanically deep Souls-like action RPG, bringing a rich cultural perspective to the genre. Developed by Lindsay Games and published by 505 Games, the game is scheduled to release on July 24, 2025 for PC, Steam, and Epic Games Store, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X/S, launching day one on Xbox Game Pass. Powered by Unreal Engine 5 and helmed by creative director Xia Siwen, the game transports players into the late Ming Dynasty, specifically the devastated region of Shu, a land unraveling under the grip of war, disease, and supernatural corruption. Players take on the role of Bai Wuchang, a mysterious female pirate afflicted with amnesia and cursed by the enigmatic feathering disease, a dark infection that not only warps the bodies of those it touches, but also blurs the line between sanity and monstrosity. As Wuchang, players must navigate a decaying empire and unravel her past while battling enemies both human and demonic. This affliction ties directly into the core mechanics of the game, adding layers of tension and narrative depth. Accumulating madness boosts combat effectiveness, but raises the threat of triggering an inner demon encounter upon death, forcing players to defeat a nightmarish version of themselves in a one-on-one duel before respawning. Combat in Wuchang Fallen Feathers is deliberately paced and deeply tactical, in line with genre expectations, but it introduces unique mechanics to differentiate itself. Players have access to over 25 distinct weapon types, each with weight, range, and stamina trade-offs, as well as more than 40 spells tied to the Skyborn Arts, a mystical energy system that grants devastating magical effects and environment interactive attacks. The Skyborn Might system allows players to charge a powerful secondary attack that grows in strength as madness accumulates, encouraging high-risk, high-reward playstyles. World design draws heavily from Chinese history, architecture, and mythology, combining mist-shrouded bamboo forests, intricately carved temples, blood-soaked battlefields, and plague-infested villages. These spaces feature non-linear exploration with branching paths, secrets, and multiple quest resolutions that influence the narrative outcome. Players will experience multiple endings shaped by side quests, relationships, and dialogue choices, often forcing morally ambiguous decisions that reflect the chaos of the crumbling dynasty. The game includes a transmogrification system, allowing players to customize armor aesthetics without sacrificing stats, enabling a more expressive RPG experience. Players can also gather lore items, inscriptions, and hand-drawn scrolls detailing the origins of the feathering disease and the gods and ghosts of Shu's fading traditions. Side characters, scholars, mystics, and rival pirates each come with their own stories and side quests. From a technical standpoint, the game is ambitious. During a community showcase on July 16, the developers revealed the PC system requirements, with minimum specs including an Intel Core i5-8400 and GTX 1060, and recommended specs rising to an i7-9700 and RTX 2070, with 16 GB RAM and 60 GB SSD storage required. Visual fidelity is a highlight, with high-resolution textures, real-time lighting, and volumetric fog, creating an immersive atmosphere that complements the bleak narrative tone. Critics who previewed the game during private demos and events have praised its fluid dodge timing, layered boss encounters, and eerie world building, comparing it favorably to genre heavyweights like Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice and Lies of P. While some have expressed concerns about the density of its lore presentation, most agree that Wuchang offers a promising blend of style, substance, and cultural identity. Wuchang Fallen Feathers aims to do more than iterate on the Souls-like formula. It injects it with Chinese historical gravitas and supernatural mystique, offering players a compelling journey through a world where myth bleeds into reality. With its haunting aesthetic, demanding yet rewarding combat, and layers of spiritual and political tension, the game positions itself as both a standout new IP and a meaningful evolution of the genre.
Now you can enjoy the screenshots without any interruption. Enjoy!